and it will actually shoot out a laser. If you see that, that is pretty bright at night, and I can confirm it's pretty accurate if I look at my watch here, which is pretty bearable too. Okay, so how loud is that? Now for me, this phone is like your EDC of phones, your everyday carry, because it's small, it's light, it's got a lot of features on it, it's very rugged, of course it's waterproof, dustproof, so it's ideal for camping or if you're working outdoors. And it's got a lot of features like a radio. We've got a metallic frame, very solid. We've got the branding here. This is a small modern phone with all the functions of the latest phones. It's running Android, and if we go into settings, we can see exactly what we've got. So my device, you can see we've got Android 13, the Tank Mini 1. We've got 20 gig used of 256 gigabytes total memory. Resolution is 540 by 1200 pixels, which is pretty high for a small screen. Screen size is 4.3 inches. We're running memory RAM-wise 12 gig plus 12 gig with a memory extension. Battery capacity is 5800 milliamps. Camera back is 100 meg. Camera front is 32 meg. And we've got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So you can see here we've got all the full Android settings here. Shortcuts, battery, storage, display, basically a full Android experience. Google services and preferences. You got to sign in, of course. So yeah, if you swipe across, you got your news, your usual Google News. Pretty fast, as you can see. Click on that, video starts straight away. Go back. Very smooth experience here with your apps. Drive opens up straight away. Again, YouTube. Let's test out the speakers. Change the resolution, higher picture, and just how loud is that? Look at the resolution. So as you can see guys, very loud for such a small package. There's a bit of thickness there, but of course we've got a massive battery in there for such a small phone, and it is very light for what it contains. So you've got a selfie camera here. You can see we've got our volume buttons here, and these are metallic, so very solid. And you can see these screws which give it that rugged look. You've got a SIM card holder here, which also takes your memory cards. And on the back we've got a camera, we've got a flashlight, and we've also got these lights here. These are LED lights called the emergency lights, which will actually light up like the ambulance services or your police services, red, white and blue. So that is a pretty cool feature. There's an app in the phone which will actually control those lights. So if you're in an emergency situation, you can put that on and it'll basically flash red, white and blue. So let's say you're stuck on the road in your car and you get out the car, you want to put this on your bonnet, flash the emergency lights, and everyone will know there's a problem. So got that warning siren. So basically when encountering a vehicle accidents, natural disasters, it opens up to play a simulating warning role. If there's any danger around and you want to let people know, you can turn this on. If you turn it on, if you see that, that is pretty bright at night. We're in daylight here at the moment, but that actually, believe me, flashes very brightly and it lets people know. And I know there's that sound which you can also turn off. If you go into here, turn that off, you've got different sirens. So depending on what country you're in, maybe you want to change that siren sound. Pretty cool. So you can just have the blue going by itself, or you can have the red going by itself, or both. Which gives you that police warning kind of ambulance sign. Cool. Now you've also got this really bright camp light. This is very bright. You can't even look at this when it's on. If it's on the maximum setting, if you click on that, warning, after the camping light is turned on, do not irradiate your eyes, which is pretty obvious because it's so bright. So if we click on that, so if we do half brightness, that is half brightness. Now if we do full brightness, that is full brightness, and slightly, which is pretty bearable too. Now we've also got the SOS mode here. If we click on that, that's going to give us the SOS light. We've got an explosion flash, which is like a strobe. And we just turn it off. So that is a very useful light there guys, if you're going camping or you're working outdoors. You've got some really loud speakers here, as you can see, and you've got a little holder here for a lanyard or something, so you just put it on your belt. Now on the other side we've got a power button and a fingerprint reader. There, it's pretty accurate. It opens up, close it. Now you've got these two red buttons here which are user definable, so you can assign these to anything you want, apps or actions, and there's an app in the actual phone which will let you assign these. So if you go into the phone, go down to your settings, and then if you go down here you'll see shortcut settings, and here you can assign those two functions. So the first one, function key, you can set it to a camping light, brightness switching, or you can do a PTT key, choose your app if you've got one there, programmable key, so symbol, media key, or you can do a shortcut setting, which I tend to use. So short press you can assign, long press it's already assigned to open flashlight, double press, screenshot. So if I click on there I can do any one of these, or I can use it for any one of these apps. So that's a very handy feature to have on this phone, and of course the same principle applies for the second shortcut key. Pretty good feature there, guys. On the front of the phone we've got a laser rangefinder which can be used to calculate areas and volumes. There's an app inbuilt into the phone which to use that laser rangefinder. Using the rangefinder is pretty straightforward. Just log into your phone as usual with your fingerprint, and there is a widget here which I've already got, but if you haven't got that widget already set up you can actually use it from the menu here. If you go across you'll see a little widget here, rangefinder, click on that and it will open up the app, accept, and here you've got the different options of measuring distance, area, volume, or a Pythagorean mode. So if you want to measure distance, click on that and then just start your measurement, and it will actually shoot out a laser, and then it will calculate the distance that it took to come back to the phone, and it gives you the reading there in meters. And the same principle applies for area measurement, but this time you're going to do 2 laser readings, length times width, and again with volume you're going to do 3 readings, and Pythagoras theorem, of course you're going to do 2 readings. So overall it's a pretty easy app to use, and it's accurate enough to use as a rough guide. On the side we've got an infrared receiver, so you can control multiple devices, and all through the single app they've got here at the bottom here. It's called Laser Remote. You can add a whole load of devices to it. You can use it with Echo, with Amazon, set up all these different smart experiences. Now I haven't had time to look at this in detail, but as you can see it's fully functional, and you can add a remote, and look at all these remotes you can add, DVD, TV let's say, and look at all those devices, thousands. So satellite, hundreds, thousands, AC, we've got projectors, OTT box, DVD. So you kind of get the idea, guys. Loads of stuff here, cameras. You're going to be able to control them all with this phone. So you can see why I'm calling this an EDC phone. Basically it does everything for you. So yeah, overall this is your everyday carry really, especially if you're an outdoors person. Now on the bottom of this phone we have this flap here. So this is dust repellent and water repellent, and it's basically got your audio input for your headphones, which will act as an aerial for your radio as well. You've got your USB-C charge point here, and of course that all shuts up and you're ready to go, and it's waterproof, IP64. So let's say you want to listen to your radio on the phone. Let's say you're working outdoors or you're camping outdoors, you want a bit of radio. Head on over to your settings over here and you've got FM radio app there. But the first thing you need to do is obviously put in an aerial, which is your headphones, which act as an aerial. So if you undo this little latch here, you've got your USB charger and you've got headphones in here. So I'm going to get my headphones and you plug those in, and we can see now we can use the app here. Okay, we stop that. And we can alternate between headphone volume or your speaker volume on your phone. Okay, so and you can manually adjust where you want to listen to, what you want to listen to there, or you can zoom across with your finger here like that, just like that. So pretty cool little feature there, guys. Not a gimmick at all, great to have if you're out and about. To use some of the unique features of this phone you need to go into the dedicated app, which is the Toolbox, and if we click on that you can see we've got bubble level, picture hanging, measuring height, magnifier, alarm, a pedometer, we've got plumb bob, protractor, pressure. If we click on that, pressure reading, takes it straight away, and I can confirm it's pretty accurate. If I look at my watch here you can see that it's at 995 and this is really 994.5, which is 995, so pretty accurate reading there. Also other features here, we've got speedometer, underwater, camping light, which is very good actually, which is this light here. So other features in the Toolbox, we've got clean water, so that will clean the water if you've got water in any part of the speakers or anything. Clean dust mode, so it basically just vibrates. It's the same for water. Vibrates at 100 Hz. I think you can actually adjust the frequency that it vibrates at, so get out more water or less water. So yeah, another pretty cool app. Now we've also got that warning siren. So this is the Tank Mini M1 from a company called 8849. Now me personally, I haven't heard of 8849 before, but I've got to say what I've seen of this product so far, I'm very impressed. CPU wise, we're getting the Helio G99, battery we're getting a 5800 mAh and a massive 24GB RAM ROM with a 12GB virtual RAM. And the unique feature for me on this phone is the 40M Laser Rangefinder with an LED outdoor light and a red-blue light. And it comes with Android 13 installed. It's got a 4.3-inch Full HD screen with a 540 by 1200 pixel resolution and an impressive 32MP front-facing camera and a rear camera with a 100MP pixel autofocus camera. And the size and weight, as you can see, is very compact. So here you can see the infrared blaster, the laser rangefinder. Powering up is straightforward and quick, and you get the 8849 splash screen. And then you just go through the usual Android setup screen. Also in the box we're getting a warranty and user guide. We get the power brick and USB cable, and of course not forgetting the SIM card tool. So to summarize guys, overall I'm very impressed with what you get with this product. It's small, it's compact, but feature packed. I found both cameras on the phone were okay to use and they gave good quality pictures. So if you are looking for an everyday phone to carry around, which is small and compact but doesn't skip on the features, this could be the one for you.